Oh, the boss butt dial. Cringe City.
When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
All right. Kelly, you want to handle this one?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so just cringe factor 10 out of 10 on this one. Hey, Ben and Kelly, the most awkward thing happened to me over the weekend. I need your help on how to deal with it.
Okay.
I got this FaceTime call. It's from my boss.
Sure.
Now, this isn't out of the ordinary. He'll FaceTime me and other employees from time to time on the weekend to check in and stuff. So I answer, it's completely dark on his end. Like his phone was still in his pocket. And before I say anything, I hear muffled noises.
Okay.
Like of him and a woman.
Sure.
Now, at first I didn't know what was happening. I just kind of sat there listening, but then I realized what I was hearing. I think you guys have called it making sandwiches.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, those noises.
Yeah, so for those of you who haven't listened to the show for a long time, we use the code word making sandwiches for adult bedroom activities.
Uh-huh. Yeah, which is still my favorite phrase to say. Anyway, I was disgusted, hung up, threw my phone across the room.
Yeah, I would have burned it.
If that were bad enough, I got another call from my boss. This time, just a regular call, about a half hour later.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't answer because I was terrified of what I might hear.
Oh, my gosh.
So my phone chimed that I had a voicemail.
Oh.
I listened. It was him. And he was mad at me.
Okay.
He told me I should have immediately hung up and that I invaded his privacy, and he expected me to conduct myself in a more professional manner, and on and on and on.
What?
So he's completely freaking out on me. And I'm like, why is he so upset?
Yeah.
Now, he couldn't fire me for this, could he? I need help.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Kelly, a long time ago when our boss at the time butt dialed the employee that he was talking crap about?
Uh-huh.
And left
it was a big scandal in the building.
Left a about 2-minute voicemail on his phone talking crap about this very employee.
I mean, this still gives me a pit in my stomach, and I had nothing to do with it.
I know. I mean, and remarkably, no one got fired over it. But,
I can't believe that either.
But yeah, so bosses butt dialing people is not like a thing that is rare, I guess.
But in this particular moment, first of all, like he's FaceTiming a lot on the weekends just to check in. That's kind of
I thought that was kind of weird. And plus, like FaceTime, I don't answer regular calls, much less I would never. I'm like, wait, hang on a second. I see a FaceTime call. Get out of here with that.
No, you did make the mistake though of answering a corporate call one time when you were in the bathroom. Did you not?
Yeah, I have done that before because I saw a corporate
that's
calling.
That's awkward too. Maybe we don't do that either.
Well,
I think corporate doesn't understand that. Hey, I was indisposed at the moment, and I was going to call you right back.
Okay, so her question is just like, why is he freaking out on what sounds like it's all going to go down today, I would imagine.
Well, yes, and I feel like she, absolutely should have a conversation with him and just say, hey,
oh my gosh, you think she should talk to him?
Yes. I mean, because he's
boss.
like freaking out on her, like blaming her for all of it. And I think she needs to be like, set him straight and just reiterate that, hey, you're the one that called me. I didn't know it was happening. It's from you. So I'm going to sit there for a second and try to figure it out before I just hang up on my boss.
I mean,
so try to see it from my perspective.
Okay. We are taking her word at face value. Do we know for sure that that's what was happening?
I think those noises are kind of distinct.
I mean, he could have been watching something, right?
Okay.
I mean, imagine just, I don't know. All right.
I think his reaction is confirming
maybe
her instincts were right about what he was doing.
All right. So we need someone who maybe you're in HR, maybe you know how to handle something like this, or maybe you have maybe not during that Or maybe you have. I'd love to hear that story.
Oh, wow.
Butt dialed someone during those moments, making sandwich moments.
No, but he has no right to be mad at her, though. I get he's embarrassed, and, he should be. But he needs to be apologizing profusely instead of blaming her. Like, why didn't you hang up immediately?
Yeah.
It's a call from her boss. So, hanging up on your boss is bad, right? Most of the time until you figure out what the situation is.
I mean, grounds for termination, I would imagine.
Probably.
I don't know. Anyways, all right, 501 or 502-571-9970. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. I mean, could you even imagine getting a butt dial from your boss? You picking it up.
No.
And it's not him on the other line, but it's noises of him. And noises.
It is him on the other line.
Okay.
You're not seeing anything, but you're hearing things, and it's confusing, and I don't know what happens, and what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you realize it, and then you hang up and throw the phone.
Yeah, it's sexy time noises you're hearing on the other end. And so now she's freaking out because he is freaking out.
Yeah, he left her a voicemail. A half hour later, she didn't pick up the second phone call, and he's yelling at her and told her that she should have hung up immediately, and basically he's blaming the whole thing on her.
Okay, so where do we go from here?
Well, Morgan said, I don't know, FaceTime from my boss after hours or on weekends in and of itself seems odd and inappropriate to me. So many people mention that. She said, I mean, my boss never even calls me, much less FaceTime. Email seems more appropriate if I'm not at work and my boss needs to get in touch with me.
I don't know. Maybe it's a small company. Maybe it's like one of hey, we're all a family here sort of place.
Yeah, but still, I think weekends and after hours
I know, that should be for the employee.
Respected.
Yeah. I get
that's
that.
how burnout happens if you feel like you're always on call. Jessica said, totally his fault. Go to you have one. Yes, it's embarrassing for both of you, but he needs to apologize to you and leave it alone instead of being mad at you for it. He's the one who needs to get in trouble if anybody does in this scenario.
All right. Hey, Andrew, what's your thought?
I honestly see maybe it's another employee, and maybe that's why he's mad. Maybe he's deflective. Maybe he got caught, and he's scared now.
Andrew, thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, so maybe it's someone he shouldn't have been with.
Right. There are a couple of people that mentioned maybe he's cheating. But again, she didn't see anything.
No, she didn't
it was
see
dark.
Yeah.
You just heard. So I don't know how in the world they would determine that or figure it out.
Yeah.
Gerald said maybe he's just stirring macaroni for a surprise potluck dinner at work.
Yeah, maybe he's making those noises. Maybe he's thick and he's really getting into it,
Oh my God.
Bethany.
Okay, so I can't imagine that he'd actually fire her for this. I imagine he's just super embarrassed, and I would be too. But he probably just felt need to place blame somewhere in that moment for his ego's sake.
Yeah.
And, I say just literally never, ever, ever bring it up and pretend it did not happen. He'll probably be super grateful that he did.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you start talking to the boss about it, that might make him more mad, right?
Like, now I'll fire you.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right, Bethany, this has never happened to you, right?
Oh, gosh, no.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
just checking. Hey, thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye.
Oh my gosh. No, like seriously, he should have in the moment just been, especially if they're on a casual enough basis where they just check in with each other on the weekends. His reaction seems weird because it sounds like that they would have a rapport enough to where he'd be like, that was awkward. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
that will never happen again. And then be done with it.
I was stirring macaroni.
Oh, stirring macaroni for potluck. Surprise. Don't tell everybody.
Yeah, her boss needs to think a little bit more quickly on his feet. That's what he needs to do.
Absolutely. But I mean, I think he should have, especially if they're on this kind of a basis where they're calling each other on the weekends and checking in. Yeah. There should be a level of comfort to where you're just like, oh, my bad. My bad. That will never happen again. So sorry. And then maybe we don't FaceTime on the weekends. maybe we email if we need to check in.
Yeah, maybe this is a good reminder for the boss just to be like, yeah, you know what? I should probably stop FaceTiming my employees.
Yeah, maybe weekend time should be weekend time for me and for them.
So definitely let us know what happens when you get to work today. All right. Follow up with us. And so, we can talk about it again tomorrow.
Yeah, I think she definitely needs to have a conversation with him about it, especially after the angry voicemail, him placing blame on her. She just needs to be like, hey, listen, I feel like you shouldn't be mad at me. I'm the innocent party in here. It's no big deal. Let's forget it happened. But I think that you owe me an apology for being angry at me.
That is an awkward conversation to have with your boss.
Well, it was an awkward conversation to listen in on now, wasn't it?
That is true. All right. Let us know what happens. So, let us know what happens tomorrow. And good luck.